Welcome back to the channel. So today we've got the 2024 X1 xDrive28i. Model year 25s are starting to arrive, and this one's been sitting for a little bit of time. It's the U11 chassis. It's finished in frozen pure gray, which is a priority one customer sold order. So what I believe happened is we traded for this vehicle from another dealer in transit, put a customer name on it, and then they decided not to get it. So we can begin up front with our headlights. And sort of what's on the 3 Series in terms of the daytime running lights, sort of like an arrow, if you will, sort of. We have dual headlight design. I'm not sure if they're both actually real. Sort of look at, and then quartering light. And then the grille, we've got a blacked out grille, which means M Sport and it's a professional package. We have a camera in the middle, which means at least the tech or premium package on the car. Then sensors here, that could be for Driving Assistance Plus or Pro. You can option either one of those from the factory. You could also add Driving Assistance Plus to the car after the fact. All right, so moving over the side, we got the style 871M wheels, 19-inch wheels, which look decent, but they don't really fill up that wheel well here as much as a 20-inch wheel would do. We also got the red calipers for the M Sport brakes. So you can step back and take in frozen pure gray out of direct sunlight. So the advantage of those frozen colors is you see that the lines of the car are a lot better. And the X1's got a lot of character lines in it. So moving out back, we do have 3D sculpted taillights. And it's hard to see on film, but it's really a nice effect on the taillights. Then X1 xDrive28i badging back in chrome. Now there's no visible exhaust tips on this car. You have to step up to the M35i to get quad exhaust. But there are dual exhaust here just pointed down and hidden from the bumper. All right, and there's that 3/4 view with frozen pure gray in the sun. Here's that side profile. And you see those character lines coming out. I think the paint does a really good job of showing out or showing off those lines in the vehicle. Let's make our way inside, go over pricing and options on this X1, and it's pretty well equipped. So opening up, we have the black Alcantara and black Braganza with some blue contrast that you can see here on the door card. Lots of feels like Braganza. And then the seat, Alcantara in the middle. And then you can see the blue contrast stitching, and you got some M stripes here. And the Braganza is over here on the side. I think it's a really nice looking seat and pretty comfortable as well. Then moving down to the bottom, so just one adjuster here. It does side bolster, left and right, and then lumbar support up and down. Then you've got the manually powered crumb catcher. No matter what you do, if you don't eat in this car, somehow this thing will catch some crumbs. All right, so in front of me, your legacy M steering wheel, or M Sport steering wheel. So this one's still round, but a pretty nice design. Then you've got M badging down here. No M stitching. You have to step up to the M35i in order to get that stitching. Controls over here for cruise control. Then you got shift paddles, which is only available on the M Sport package. You do get a little boost function here. In front of me, iDrive9 Live Cockpit. So in front of me, iDrive9 Live Cockpit, and then you can see heads-up display. The rest of the very small curved display. It's not really small, but compared to like an X3 or new, I should say new X3 or the X5, it's not a big screen. And the trim here looks to be the aluminum rhombosil All right, the trim here appears to be the aluminum hexacube. Then you got a wireless charge. Then you have a cradle here for your wireless charging. Put your phone in there, put the cradle in, boom, it starts charging. But that said, you should really use these USB-C charging ports here. Cup holders here, and then a floating center console area reminiscent of what's on the iX. Just the drive selector nub, a wheel for the volume. There's no iDrive controller, so everything is touch screen or voice commands. All right, starting price, the 2024 X1 xDrive28i is $40,500. Frozen Pure Gray Metallic adds another $23.50, and you can actually add individual paints on the X1 or X2. And the price is pretty reasonable. It's only $3,000. So for another $650 off Frozen Pure Gray, you can get something that's probably going to be a little bit more on the rare side. Then we've got the Vaganza. All the interiors, at least for the US market, are included. They're all Vaganza or Alcantara Vaganza. Then we've got Driving Assistance Pro Package for $1,700, M Sport Pro Package for $2,000, and you can see those 19-inch wheels add another $600. M Sport Pro Package for another $800, the Premium Package for another $4,100. So you can see this is really, really well equipped. Heated front seats and steering wheel. Now, I think for 2025, the heated front seats are standard on the vehicle. You will still have to add the steering wheel heating. You also have to add the heated steering wheel as a separate option, but that said, it is $550 here. Remote engine start for $300. Active front seats with lumbar supports, $450. Then we got luxury compartment mats, all weather floor mats, all told MSRP of this particular example, $54,700. So you're looking at $17,000 in options. So it's a lot on the X1 base model. All right, so we're going to hop in the back seat real quick. There's no comfort access on the rear doors anymore. Here's that black Alcantara and black Vaganza for the rear seats. And here's a view of the cockpit for the back seat. Pretty good looking, I think. And then the moonroof shade is open for that panoramic effect. So in the back, you just get vents. So you have two vents here in the center, plus USB-C charging ports. The back of each seat does have a little cargo net here. Then knee room, leg room, I think is pretty decent. And then headroom, also very good. So it's a little bit smaller than the X3. It's really going to be up to you whether you want an X1 or an X3. I think either one's going to be a good choice. Might come down to preference in terms of what's driving the wheels. For the most part, this is a front-wheel drive based vehicle. Even though it's xDrive, the bias is to the front. For the X3, the bias is towards the rear. And they're all going to have iDrive9. However, the X3 will have a iDrive controller, so keep that in mind. All right, so I'll move into the back. We could then use our kick to open. And here's the cargo area. Pretty decent size, I'd say. And then no spare tire here, but you do have a pretty generous sort of hidden area. So if you're, smuggling things like the Millennium Falcon, this is a good option for you. Use the kick to close. Make our way to the front and pop the hood. So under the hood here is the D48 inline-4 2-liter turbo engine. So 241 horsepower and 295 torques. So pretty torquey, and I'd say it's a pretty decent amount of horsepower. But that's it for a quick tour around this Frozen Pure Gray X1. We'll see you at the next video.